Say that the mood of that locker room was after the game.
Not great. I think definitely a tough loss, but just like any week, you got to correct the mistakes, get back to it, and we got a big one this week.
What was the thing about this game, Christian, that kind of stands out in your mind about the opportunities that got away?
I think we'll check the tape and see. I don't like making big statements right after the game, so we'll check the tape and see. I think it's important, from my perspective, I just got to look at myself and see what I can correct and do it.
Has been an issue this season for the Niners, kind of closing games, if you will. A few of the guys in the locker room saying that you guys just kind of got to figure out how. You've been able to kind of watch a few games, but then also play in a couple too. So it's just like, what do you think is the issue with closing out games with this team from what you've been able to see?
I think each game has its own lens, and they're all different. This game, I feel like as an offense, I think I got to make a better read on one of those runs and maybe close it out there. And so, from my perspective, that's what I got to do. It'd be great to not give them the ball back at the end there and be able to ice it. So, I think everybody can look in the mirror and look at themselves and find a few things to work on and get better at to help close games out.
How do you assess yourself in these first two games back? Do you feel like yourself?
I can be a lot better. I feel like I can be a lot better. To miss time with an injury is always tough. It's not an excuse, but I know I can be a lot better. I feel it. It's coming. I just got to get rolling.
Christian, how do you emerge out of these two games physically? How do you feel?
Physically, I feel good. It's just getting everything back to normal.
You feel like you are close to popping a long one, popping a couple of them?
Yeah.
Do you have a sense of how long it will take you to feel like you know you can feel?
I should feel like that now. Yeah, I think, there's, each play has a life of its own. Some plays I feel great. Some plays and that's even when, everything's going well. When you win by 25, you go back to the film and there's stuff to correct. When you lose, there's stuff to correct. When you win, there's stuff to correct. It just hurts worse when you lose. So my mindset will be the same. It's just go back to the tape and correct what I need to correct, get ready for next week.
Right, so he's losing this game is infuriating. Would you agree with that word, or
Yeah.
other words you could use?
It's a good word.
You hadn't played for 9 months until last week. It would seem logical that would be part of it. I don't know if you call it rust or whatever, but just the feeling of not quite being in rhythm. Is that accurate?
I don't know. I think if I'm out there, I'm out there.
Can a loss like this create a chip on your guys' shoulder going into next week's game?
I think we all have a chip on our shoulder for a lot of different reasons. It's more about execution than an effort thing. You just got to execute better as a unit.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.